The following game is being played with History Maker Baseball Express, a product of Play Games LLC, copyright 2022, all rights reserved. If you would like to order a copy of History Maker Baseball Express, or if you would like to check out the other products offered from Play Games, please click on the link provided in the description box below.
Welcome back to the channel as we continue our celebration of Jackie Robinson Day here for Game 2 of this best of 5 game set between the 1927 Yankees and the 1955 Brooklyn Dodgers. As you can see in the top left-hand corner of your screen, it is a World Series participant game in this series, as this series is all going to be a World Series participant series with the game day modifications listed in the center of the screen below the scoreboard on screen that you see on screen. And it will be for Urban Shocker, he will get the flash quality, and whoever the bullpen hero is for the Dodgers, they will not be fresh for this game. So that takes away the freshness quality for the 1955 Brooklyn Dodgers for this game for the bullpen hero. So therefore, your pitching matchup is going to be Sandy Koufax, as he is going to try to go at least a couple of innings without going to the bullpen, and he will be opposed by Urban Shocker for the 1927 Yankees. Lineups have been exchanged at home plate, and we're about set and ready to play baseball here in Game 2 as we continue our celebration of Jackie Robinson Day with Game 2 of this best of 5 game set. Let's get to it with Bob Musel up at the plate. 2-3-4. Is Koufax is Koufax not fresh? Well, again, we're in the first 3 innings of freshness, so he is fresh. Only the bullpen hero is not fresh. So therefore, he is fresh. Is Musel a sad sack batter? No, he is not. Therefore, it's going to be a -1 for the black die of control. Men on base result. Koufax does not have control, so therefore we are going to put the runner on a first and third with a multiple runners on base result on the blue die. And it will be a walk and a stolen base in one appearance and a single in the other appearance. And that's going to bring up Tony Lazzeri off of the men on base chart. Black and blue dice is such of a 16. Good eye rolls again. Lazzeri does not have good eye, so therefore it's going to be a strikeout for Sandy Koufax as we head to the bottom half of the first. And leading off of the bottom half of the first for the Dodgers is Carl Furillo, the right fielder. 144. Is Shocker a struggler pitcher? No, he is not. Is Furillo a sad sack batter? No, he is not. So therefore, it's going to be a -1 for the black die of control. Urban Shocker does have control, so therefore it will be putting the runners on at instead of putting the runners at the corners, it's going to put the runner on at second with a runners on base 2, and it will be a ground rule double for Carl Furillo, and that's going to bring up Jim Gilliam here in the off of the men on base chart. for the bottom half of the first. 1-3, reading the black and blue dice is such of a 36. Active batter gets runners advance, 2 bases, single, and a stolen base. Well, Jim Gilliam is not an active batter, so therefore it's going to be a contact result of a 1, and it will be an RBI result. And since we don't have a whiffer versus a flash pitcher, since Urban Shocker gets flashed this game, he will still get an RBI as the 1955 Brooklyn Dodgers lead Game 2 of this series by a score of 1-0. And the decider die was not used, so we are going to give him the 3, which is going to be an RBI. Hang on, RBI. Let's see, an RBI double for Jim Gilliam here in the first inning. And that's going to do it for the bottom half of the first, with your score 1955 Dodgers 1 and the 1927 Yankees nothing. And here is Joe Duggan to lead things off for the 1927 New York Yankees. 133 is Koufax an ace pitcher? No, he is not. Is Duggan a Satsack batter? No, he is not. That is going to tie things up here at 1 apiece as Joe Duggan gets an RBI, and it will be an error on the on the center fielder. So E8 and an RBI. For Pat Collins here at for Joe Duggan here in the middle half of the second as the game is tied up at 1. We head to the bottom half of the second for P. Wee Reese's turn up at the dish. 135 is Shocker an ace pitcher? No, he is not. Is Reese a champion batter? No, he is not. So therefore, it's going to be a no runs result of 5 blank to end the second inning here at the stadium at Ebbets Field with the score deadlocked at 1 apiece. We go to Pat Collins now off of the main chart to win the top half of the third inning. 136. Is Koufax an ace pitcher? No, he is not. Is Pat Collins a hero batter? No, he is not. That's going to be a no runs result with a chance for a solo home run. Although Pat Collins has semi-slugger and the black die is 6, the decider die says no home run here, as it will be a no runs result of 3 dots to end the top half of the third, with your score deadlocked at 1 apiece for this game number 2 of this best of 5 game set. And here is Duke Snider to lead things off for the bottom half of the third for the 1955 Brooklyn Dodgers. We got triple fives, and that is going to be an experience check of a 2. And it reads, is Duke Snider a prospect? Is Duke Snider a prospect batter? No, he is not. So therefore, it's going to be a men on base result of a black die 5. We will put the runners on at second and third with Duke Snider collecting 2 hits, courtesy of the decider die showing dot. A 2 is a single, and a 4 is a double. Up steps Roy Campanella off of the men on base chart. Reading the black and blue dice is such of a 33. Scrapper hits single. Roy Campanella is not a scrapper, so therefore it will be a bases clearing triple, scoring 2 runs for the 1955 Brooklyn Dodgers as they take a 3-1 lead in this game over the 1927 Yankees, as Campanella will be on third with a triple. Sorry, I'll re-roll the dice here. 114 is, or excuse me, reading the black and blue dice is such of an 11. Batting team harmony or pitching team dissonant? Well, the batting team is not harmony and the pitching team is not dissonant, so therefore it will be a ground out to end the bottom half of the third, and that's going to take us to the top half of the fourth with the Dodgers leading 3-1 over the 1927 New York Yankees. 1, 2, 3. Is Koufax a workman or struggler pitcher? No, he is not. Is Brooke Holmes a champion batter? He is. No, he is a semi-champion. So therefore, it'll be a decided eye says he is a champion. So therefore, it's going to be a men on base result with a base running adjustment, and no adjustment needed. As we'll put the runner on it at second with a ground rule double. That's going to bring up Mark Koenig up at the plate, face off against Sandy Koufax here in game number 2, I should say. With a black and blue dice of a reading of a 12. Slugger hits home run. Mark Koenig is not a slugger, so therefore it's going to be a single. And here come the 1927 Yankees, folks. They're knocking on the door as it is a 1-run game. It's 3-2, is still in favor of the 1955 Brooklyn Dodgers. 4-5-5. Or excuse me. Yes. I'm sorry. Yeah, it is the bottom half of the fourth. 4-5-5. Is Shocker and Workman pitcher? No, he is not. Is Gil Hodges a utility batter? No, he is not. So therefore, it's going to be a men on base result -1 for the black die if flash or control, since Shocker has both flash courtesy of the game day modifications and double control. The black die will be reduced from a black die 5 to a black die 2. Put the runner on at second with a single and a stolen base for Gil Hodges. And that's going to bring up the man, the myth, the legend, Jackie Robinson. And of course, there wouldn't be a video without me dropping one of my dice. I have it right here in my hand. There you can see it. So now we go to the men on base chart for Jackie Robinson. 3. So reading a black and blue dice is such of a 46. Same reliever gets the strikeout. Well, it looks like we have the same matchup, batting righty-righty. So we have the same matchup, righty-righty, right-hander versus right-hander. So therefore, it will be a strikeout to end the fourth inning here at the stadium with the score of 3-2, still in favor of the 1955 Brooklyn Dodgers. Here's Babe Ruth. 156 is Koufax an ace pitcher? No, he is not. Is Babe Ruth a sad sack batter? No, he is not. So therefore, it's going to be a men on base result, -1 for the black die of Flash. And Koufax has semi-flash. However, the decider die says he does not. So that's going to be a men on base 5 result. Don't look now, folks. Here come the 1927 Yankees as we now, as since the decider die was used, it'll be 2 hits for Babe Ruth. And before we collect those 2 hits for him, let's see if that pen is active for the 1955 Brooklyn Dodgers. They are here in the top half of the 5th. And are they going to take Koufax out of this game? They are. So before we take Koufax out of the game, let's determine the hits for Babe Ruth here for his two plate appearances. 5 is a single, and a 1 is a game-tying home run as the 1927 Yankees have tied the game up at 3-all as we head towards a quick timeout as the 1955 Dodgers make a quick pitching change, and we will take a quick timeout. John Besant will be the new pitcher for the 1955 Brooklyn Dodgers as he comes out of the pen in the middle of the inning, and we're going to give him the full ace quality here in this AB against Lou Gehrig off of the main chart. 3-4-5 is Besant a star pitcher? No, he is not. Is Gehrig a sad sack batter? No, he is not. So therefore, it's going to be a men on base result, -1 for the black die of flash control. Beston has semi-control, and the decider die says he does have control. So therefore, it will be scoring both runs, and we will have the runners be placed at the corners for a new men on base result, with the result of the narrative being 2 hits for Lou Gehrig off of my optional homebrew men on base narrative chart. A 4 is a double, and a 1 is a home run as they score 6 times here in this inning, here in this 5th inning, and your score is now 6-3 in favor of the 1927 New York Yankees. 3-3, we read the black and blue dice as such of a 33. Scrapper hits single. Bob Musel is the batter, and he is not a scrapper, so therefore it's going to be a triple. Oh my gosh. And it's now 8-3 in favor of the 1955 it's now 8-3 in favor of the 1927 New York Yankees. As oh man, this Dodger team has really swallowed something bad here on this Jackie Robinson Day. Folks, I do apologize. This series ends later on tonight. But who knows? Who knows? That is going to bring up the next batter in the lineup, Tony Lazzeri, up on the men on base chart. The Saturday is a little tip, so I'll re-roll that. There we go. Reading the black and blue dice, it's such of a 13. Pressure relief pitcher gets the pop out. Well, Besant is the relief pitcher, so therefore it will be a pop out to end the 5th inning right then and there with the score 8-3 in favor of the 1927 New York Yankees. We head to the bottom half of the 5th, and your score is 8-3 in favor of the 1927 New York Yankees, and Carl Furillo will be the batter. 1-2-2 is Urban Shocker, a struggler pitcher. No, he is not. Is Farillo a champion batter? No, he is not. So therefore, it's going to be a no runs result with a result of 2 dots to end the 5th inning here at Ebbets Field with your score of 8-3, still in favor of the 1927 New York Yankees. And give me 1 second here as I take a quick timeout. And after further review, Joe Duggan is the current batter for the 1927 Yankees, and he will lead off the top half of the 6th against Don Besson. 255. Is Besson a struggler pitcher? No, he is not. Is Duggan a utility batter? No, he is not. So therefore, it's going to be a men on base result, -1 for the black die of Flash. And Don Besson does not have Flash, and that is going to put the runners on at second and third, with multiple runners on base with the red die 2. And it reads back-to-back walks in one appearance, a double, and an RBI in the other appearance, and it's now 9-3 in favor of the 1927 New York Yankees. We head to the men on base chart for Pat Collins. One, reading the black and blue dice, is such of an 11. Batting team harmony or pitching team dissonant? Well, again, the pitching team is not this. Well, the pitching team is semi-dissonant, and the decider dice says they are. So, well, again, batting team harmony, are they semi-harmonious? And the decider dice says they are. So it will be a single for Pat Collins, scoring 1 run as the 1927 Yankees add on to their lead. It's 10-3 in favor of the 1927 Yankees. And already they have gone to their pen, and so they cannot go to the pen again. And Earl Combs will be the batter off of the men on base chart. Reading the black and blue dice is such of a 12. Slugger hits home run. Earl Combs is not a slugger, so therefore it's going to be a single. Runners advance 2 bases, and it's now 11-3 here for the 1927 Yankees as they are putting a pounding here on the Brooklyn Dodgers as they lead as they are willing to try to lead this series 2-0. And we head to the bottom half of the 6th here at Ebbets Field, and Jim Gilliam will be the batter. We got a 1-1-2. Is Shocker an ace pitcher? No, he is not. Is Gilliam a sad sack batter? No, he is not. So therefore, it's going to be an RBI question mark result. And yes, the RBI is counted, and it's now 11-4 in favor of the 1927 Yankees. And let's determine now the RBI narrative for Jim Gilliam. It will be a hit, and it would be obvious to give him the home run. So at the end of 6 innings, the score is 11-4 in favor of the 1927 New York Yankees. We head to the top half of the 7th, and Mark Koenig will be the batter. Reading the result as a 1-2-4. Is Besson an ace pitcher? He is a semi-ace, so the decider dice says he is an ace. So therefore, it will be a no-runs result to take us to the stretch of 1 blank to end the top half of the 7th and take us to the stretch here for Game 2 of this series. And your score remains 11-4 in favor of the 1927 New York Yankees. Pee Wee Reese will be the batter to lead things off for the 1955 Dodgers here in the seventh inning. 245. Is Shocker a struggler pitcher? No, he is not. Is Pee Wee Reese a sad sack batter? No, he is not. So therefore, it's going to be a men on base result -1 for the black die if 245, yeah, if both Flash and Control. So it's going to end up being a -1 for Flash and a -2 from double Control. So therefore, we'll put the runner on at first with a walk. And that's going to bring up the Duke. Duke Snyder up at the dish, up of the men on base chart. Reading the black and blue dice is such of a 55. Batting team dissonant or pitching team harmony? Well, again, the batting team is not dissonant. Well, how about the pitching team? Are they harmonious? They are not. So it's going to be a single. And that's going to advance the runners 2 bases. And we get to roll again off of the men on base chart for Roy. Yes. Roy Campanella. As don't look now, folks. Here come the 1955 Brooklyn Dodgers. As he will get a 14. Scrapper hits single. Roy Campanella is not a scrapper. That is going to be a 2 RBI double. And that's going to score 2 more runs and put Campanella on at second. It is now 11-6 in favor of the still in favor of the 1927 Yankees. And we have now have ourselves a ball game, folks. Here's Sandy Amaros. Reading the black and blue dice is such of a 12. Slugger hits home run. Sandy Amaros has semi-slugger. The decider dice says he does. That's going to be hit high, hit far, and gone. And the 1955 Brooklyn Dodgers have crawled back down from 11-4. They have now trailed the Yankees by 3 runs here in the bottom half of the 7th, and that's going to prompt a mound visit from the pitching coach for Urban Shocker. Here, and let's see if that pen is active for the 1927 New York Yankees. They are. Is Shocker going to be removed from this ball game? No, he is not. So therefore, he will pitch against Gil Hodges here in the bottom half of the 7th with an 11-8 score in favor of the 1927 New York Yankees. We got a 13. Fresh relief pitcher gets the pop out. Urban Shocker is not fresh, so therefore it will be a double to put the runner on at first. No score, as it was empty at that point. So it'll be a double and a relief pitcher put in an option to leave Shocker in and roll again. Well, guess what? That is going to be it for Urban Shocker as we end the 7th here at Ebbets Field as the 1927 Yankees still lead by a score of 11-8 as we head to the top half of the 8th inning. Four, five, six. Is Bessent not fresh? Well, again, he is the bullpen hero, so he is fresh. So is Babe Ruth a champion batter? He is a semi-champion. However, the decider dice says he is not a champion. But however, it's a no-runs result with resulting in a solo home run. And ouch, Babe Ruth has changed the plans of the 1955 Dodgers here in the eighth inning as they lead, as the 1927 Yankees now lead this game by a score of 12-8. And we now head to the bottom half of the eighth. And the man, the myth, the legend, Jackie Robinson, will be the batter here in the bottom half of the eighth, down by 4. 156. Oh, and timeout, as I will be keeping the roll, but we will change pitchers really quick. Here, timeout. We'll see more will be the pitcher, excuse me, as he will now take over with a 156 as I will actually, you know what, to be fair, I'll re-roll. Or I forgot to swap the pitchers and call timeout during the last half inning here. So 456. Is the pitcher not fresh? Well, again, Moore is the bullpen hero, so he is fresh. So in this case here, it'll be a champion batter check of Jackie Robinson. He is not a champion check batter. So guess what, folks? On his very special day, Jackie Robinson will collect a no runs result. However, there's a possibility of a solo home run, and Jackie Robinson has the semi slugger quality. The decider die is showing dot. The black die is a 6. Therefore, Jackie Robinson, on his very special day, has hit a solo home run here in the bottom half of the eighth, with your score now 12-9 in favor of the 1927 New York Yankees as they look to go up 2-0 in this series. We head to the top half of the ninth, and Lou Gehrig will be the batter. 356. Is Besant a workman pitcher? No, he is not. Is Lou Gehrig a champion batter? No, he is. Actually, he is a champion. So therefore, it'll be a men on base result with a base running adjustment and no adjustment needed, as Lou Gehrig will load up the bases here on this very special day for Jackie Robinson. And that is not how that is not how you want to do it, but it's the way the game is played. So the champion batter check is going to be used as the decider die that you see here on screen, which is a dot on a 356. Open no, champion no. So yeah, excuse me, champion yes. So the decider die was not used. So Lou Gehrig will get to collect 2 hits for his turn up at the dish. Yikes! A 6 is a home run, and a 5 is a single. And that's going to bring up Bob Musial off of the men on base chart. 56, patient draws the walk. Bob Musial is not a patient batter, so therefore it's going to be a contact result of a ground out to end the top half of the ninth. And it's now 13-9 as Will Seymour looks to close things out against Carl Furillo here in the bottom half of the ninth inning here for game 2. 136 is more an ace pitcher. That's going to be a no runs result of 6 dot. And the 1927 Yankees have taken the first 2 games of this series against the 1955 Brooklyn Dodgers, and they win it by a final score of 13-9.